Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening once again. I welcome each and every one of you to ST7 TV. And as you know, my name is Steven. Thank you for being with us to date. May God bless you all. Today, we are going to talk about something serious, something that is going on in Brazil, that the whole world, the whole globe is complaining about. When you come to Brazil, on 30th of October 2022, they had an election, and then none of the candidates won the election. So they went for a second round. In the second round, at the end of the day, they realized that okay, the opposition won what? The election. After winning the election, they said they don't understand why the opposition has won the election, they have done this and that and so forth and so on. So at the end of the day, they started doing some demonstrations. Now I even have the videos on the channel that you can even go down there, then also find a video on a demonstration in which they were doing, that they even blocked the whole roads in Sao Paulo, where I used even to pass. I used to pass to, let's say I used to go to work. They blocked the road. It was very difficult for people to go. It was about 3 days that they were blocking the road, and none of us were able to even to go to work because of this demonstration that they were causing, that they don't even understand why the opposition will win the election. So here comes a situation whereby they did all these things, and then police even came in, tried to calm down everything and solve all these problems so that they will be free. That one settled. So it came to a time that okay, now at the end of the year, which is the 1st January, they will do what? They will inaugurate, or maybe they will put the president on so that he will do what? He will be in power. So on the 1st of last week, they did that at their powerhouse, at their three arms of government or whatever it is. They have the diaspora. They call that place what? Brasilia in Brazil. Brasilia is a district, federal, separated from a state. It's like maybe one state, and that state, within the state, they have created one district separately for the government. So they did all these things, and then people went there, they were happy, all of us were happy, and so forth and so on. Not knowing that the opposition, the other side, which is the Bolsonaro group, they are people, they call them Bolsonaristas, which they are the supporters of the Bolsonaro, which is what? The government who was in power. They were not happy, and this is their motive. They are saying that they don't agree that the opposition will win they will win the election. Secondly, they are saying that for them, the one in power now is a thief. In Portuguese, they say he's a ladrão. He's a thief. He was put in jail. That it was like a jail, but it was like a house arrest. And then at the end of the year, when they did all the investigations and they realized that the judges and at the Supreme Court and all sort of things in this country realized that Luis Inácio Lula da Silva, who is the president now, was innocent. They had no evidence against him. So due to that, they have to do what? They have to release him. And they released this man. He came and then he was able to stand for it. And then now, God being so good, he has won the election. Now a president of the land. These people were saying that they don't understand. So they were saying that, okay, if that may be the case, we don't understand, we don't agree with you, that you vote in a thief, a ladrão, a corrupt man, and this and that, and so many things that they were saying. So those people supporting the side, which is the military part, which is the Bolsonaro group who were supporting them, they are very sad, and then so many things that they are doing. I even remember that there are many people they killed even before the election in this country just because of what? The person saying, I'm for this party, or I'm for that party. You see? So it came to a time that they did what? They have to do all these things so that they will what? Call attention on people, so that they will destabilize the country. This man has won the election. Now he's in power. On the what? On the first, he was in power, and then now up to on the eighth or whatever they call it, on whatever it is. Now, they did what? They are now saying that they don't agree. So they went to the Congress House, let's say the Parliament House or the presidency or whatever they call it. Here in Brazil, it's a very big area where they have all the buildings, their state, their minister's office, their apartment, everything in the same areas. It's one place, like a city. They have their parliament, they are this, they are this, they are this, they are this, everything on one land. It's like a city, big one. So the place where the parliament people they sit, where is the Congress House, Congress House or whatever they call it. It was coming in Portuguese, so that's why I was trying to transfer it into English. Yeah, the Congress House, they were trying to do what? To enter. And one thing that I think it went on that I personally am not happy. And people in this country, journalists, lawyers, people, huge people, big people in the world, even presidents around the world are complaining, is that they have military in Brazil. The whole Latin America, the biggest military system in Brazil, in Latin America is Brazil. They have different branches of police in Brazil. Different branches. They have different. There are some type of police that you can even say they have different car, different uniform, different. They are different. And every state has his or her own. A country with a population of almost about 300 million. We have so many things in Brazil. They have this exército, they have this military, they have this whatever they call armed forces and so many things and so forth. But nobody was able to talk. There are some normal policemen who were around over there, but the people were able to break through, enter the parliament, break all the windows, the glasses, enter offices, break offices, computers. Even there are guns over there that the ministry or let's say the parliament were using to guide themselves, that they were keeping them. They broke into it. They took all those things and they left. Many people got wounded. The police were spraying pepper spray on them. So many things that they were doing. My question is that, is there going to be a civil war in Brazil? Is Brazil going to indulge him or herself, Is Brazil is a woman, so it's a country woman. So is Brazil going to indulge herself into civil war? Are the people ready to fight? So this is a situation whereby we had an election through democracy. We say we are practicing democracy for the year about 90 years or 100 years ago or 80 years ago. And then we did what? We voted first round, no one won. And then we voted second round. And then the margin was just a little and the guy won. You said you don't understand because there are some faults with the electronic machines that they were using for all these votes and so forth and so on. The same machine that voted you into power, that brought you into power, that you won for second round in 2017, 2018, is the same machine that they are using this year. But you are saying for now that you are losing your election, you are saying that the elections were fraud. So they don't agree. So they said no. So what they did was that President Bolsonaro, who he left, sorry, respect, he did not even pass on or pass over what? The line or the power line to Lula. You see, I don't know how to explain so that you will understand what I'm trying to say. It's like I have this pen in my hand or I have this power in my hand. Let's say if it were to be in Ghana, we have something that we use. It's like a symbol of the nation that at the end of the day, you have to represent to the other one, pass on to the other person. He did not do it. He have to give some speech. He did not do it. He ran away from the country, went to US. And he's there with what? Trump. Chilling. Trump did the same thing in the United States. You don't understand why he went only one round and then he was voted out. So he too is going to try to what? Copy the same thing that Trump did. After doing all those things, he left, took flight, and he went to United States. So during the day that they were doing the ceremony, President Bolsonaro was not around. He was not in Brazil. He left. They did everything. And then he has been able to influence people, his sponsors, people who are on his side, so that they organize about 100, according to the information that we had yesterday. There were 100 buses, big one buses that brought people to that area so that they can do what? They can do all these things. But I mean, one thing I'm blaming the government over here is that you have a very big state like this, and it's open that people can go there, cars can go, everything can go. Nobody, it's like a city that they pass through, like a car pass through. Everybody can go there and pass around and go. No, there should have been a fence wall, big one, so that these people cannot enter like that. Someone can even bring bomb, and they will be passing by in a car, like maybe as if they are passing by with a car, and then they will bomb the area, or they will destroy the area. But you build such a huge area, which is the eye of the government or the head of the government of the country, and you were not able to even to do any protection of fence wall or something like that. No. So my point is that all these things that are happening, who is behind it? It doesn't mean that they are not ready to accept democracy in Brazil. Is it that they are going to use military system in Brazil? This man Bolsonaro that we are talking about, when he was in power, I quite remember when Corona came and people were dying. This man said when he buys vaccine to the people of Brazil or the citizens, they will turn into crocodile. He also made mention of uh, it's just a cough, so they should release us to go to work so that we should go and work. He doesn't care, and he don't care whether we are going to die or we are going to survive or whatever it is. He doesn't care. He came to a time that he even sit down on social media. We have his video and so many things that he was even copying people, saying that they are very weak. He was even imitating them, joking on TV, saying that they are not serious. Now people were very sad. There are people that who lost their whole family. There are people that a father will die today, mother will die tomorrow, another week a brother will die, and then the person he himself he or she will go and commit suicide because he can see that the way they are dying is not easy. So there are people in Brazil here that they lost their whole family. There is one guy I was working with. This guy was with me in the company, and then he was living with the, let's say, the mother-in-law and the wife in the same house. So he had the coronavirus, and this guy had to do what, leave the mother-in-law's house or the wife's house or whatever it is and go to his father's house or his mother's house. When he got there, the mother, he left, he took the medicine. What do I say? He took he went there with the coronavirus. His mother that was taking care of him got the disease, the virus, and the mother died. He's now alive, but his mother died. He took the disease somewhere and brought it to his mother, and the mother died. So my point is that all these things that they are doing, destroying the country, now the Congress has stopped. They've closed it. Until they're able to repair all these things and do the investigations, the country is going to stop. So my question is that you telling people to go and do all these things and destroy things, is it going to help? Is it going to help? No. So for now, what I'll say is that the news for you is that Brazil, we are not in civil war, but we will say we are in civil war. It's not easy. It's not easy. As I'm talking to you now, I don't even know what is going on over there. It's not easy. It's it's serious. It's very, very serious. Today, 9th of January 2022, yesterday, this thing happened on the 8th of January 2022. Many people suffered an injury. They were admitted by the emergency ambulance, taken to hospital, so many things. Even they turned the parliament house into a swimming pool. A swimming pool. They turned that place into a swimming pool. They took what do I say? They took water, they destroyed all the sources or the points of water over there. Then the water was flowing over there. They turned that place into a swimming pool. So many things that they did that it will cost the country a lot of money to rebuild this thing again. But this thing has been there so many years that none of those people are around over there. I think maybe at let's say maybe the highest maybe 80 years. I'm not sure someone with 80 years will be at that place. It's the ages of 60 to 50 down that went there. So that parliament house over there is older than them, but they destroyed it yesterday. It is my prayer that the government will try his best to do all these things and solve all these problems so that everything will be okay in Brazil. Um, I also pray that it doesn't escalate more so that it turns into civil war. So let's pray. And in case of anything, we are going to bring you all the informations and tell you what is going on so that you also know what is going on in Brazil here. Once again, my name is Steve and I welcome you to ST7 TV. With much humility, please subscribe to the channel, smash on the notification bell, like and share so that in case we drop any video, you'll be the first person to get it. Thank you and may God bless you all.